Okay, so what I want to do here is I'm just going to do a quick hair tutorial. Okay, I'm going to sculpt hair. Okay, that's the goal. So I'm just going to go up here and I'm going to grab the head. I'm going to show you a couple of simple tricks. One really simple trick just to get the scalp here that I want, and I'm doing this in Zbrush, so this is going to be geometry hair. Okay, if I hold down Control, I can come in here and I can start to mask out an area. And if you just kind of go to the side view and here, I'm just going to unmask for a second. I'm going to go over to, when I hold down Control, you'll notice that my brush can change, and I can pick out different brushes. Maybe what I'll do is I'll grab a quick lasso, and so if I hold down Control, I get a lasso, so I can kind of come in here and pick out some kind of shape that I want. That's really horrible. Let's try it again. I'm doing this with a freaking mouse right now, just because sometimes it's easier when I'm doing tutorials. If I hold down Control, I can still keep going in and adding to this. Okay, that's good enough for what I want. Okay, so I'm going to move this up here, and I've got the head selected. If I go down here to Extract, in Extract, if I hit the Extract button, book, it'll take that little thing and it'll show me like a little preview of what it's going to look like when I extract. And it's extracted all this as geometry, as a separate piece. You can change the thickness here if you need to. Okay, the thickness is very sensitive. I will hit Accept. And when I hit Accept, it made a separate subtool. It made my head hide, so I'm just going to bring back the head. Great. And here, I'm just going to put on Solo. And I can come in, and my symmetry is still on, so just go in here and smooth this out a little bit. Oh, yeah. Okay, and it looks like I got some junk in here, but whatever, it doesn't matter that much. Okay, and then I'll just unmask this, and maybe I'll get rid of some of this stuff. Now, the geometry that it gives me is pretty dense. Okay, there's a bunch of stuff I could talk about in here, but I just want this chunk of geometry to model with. So, now what I'm going to do, and close the Extract menu, I'm going to go into the Geometry menu. And when I'm in Geometry, there is Dynamesh. Okay, this here is amazing. But when you're first learning all this stuff, this is can get complicated. I'm going to hit Dynamesh, and it gave me a reasonable result. Okay, I can just kind of smooth that down, smooth it around. You see, with Dynamesh, if I want to get a better shape for my mesh here, and right here, this has gone into poly groups. I don't want to talk about that right yet. What I'll do is, let's bring back the head so you can see everything. I can come in here and quickly kind of sculpt. What is it? I got the standard brush. That's kind of boring. Maybe I'll use a little bit of like clay buildup. Okay, and I don't know. The hair I'm making is really lame right now, but smooth it. Now, watch what happens when I hold down Control and I left-click drag. Oh, it's a freaking lasso. Let's get rid of that lasso and put back the pen. Okay, anytime you do anything to this, like I just smoothed it, hold down Control, it remeshes it. That's dynameshing, or it's dynameshing it. Okay, and I can do things like get crazy brushes, like the snake hook is really good for this. So I'm just going to take the snake hook and I can pull down things. The snake hook is the move brush on steroids. When I do this, it remeshes it and kind of just goes and changes the geometry so it's nice and smooth and easy to deal with. And I can do a number of things. Okay, remesh, great. So I can start to sculpt things out of this. Once I get the general hair shape that I want, now this is a bad one, maybe I'll bring in one other thing just to show you something crazy. I've got this here as my hair. What if I go in and I append? I'm going to append a star. And the star is down at the bottom. I'm going to move this up. Move. Let's go up here. Up. There, right there. Perfect. I'm just going to take the star, and I've already made something over in Maya. I'm going to import that in, and we're going to go to project, and I go in here to scenes, and I've got something called hair 3. Just a bunch of toruses that I kind of smashed all together like this. Great. Okay, actually that worked out almost too well. the plan that I did. Okay, I'm just going to take these two pieces here, and I'm going to take this piece, I'm going to go down a little bit, and there's merge. I'm going to go hit merge down. Okay. And now they are the same subtool. Now that they're the same subtool, if I go into Dynamesh and I hold down Control and I drag, this whole just became one mesh here. I'm just going to go and turn off the fill on my polymesh so you can see my frame here. Great. And like I said, I can spend some time building up my shape. Clay buildup. I don't know, this is kind of bad. I think I have to do a lot more smoothing and stuff like that. But I'm trying to do this super, super fast. Okay? Maybe I'll go and grab my move brush. So BMV. And I'm just going to pull his hair down here so it's kind of close to her ears, but not over top of them. Maybe I'll pull some down here. And I just want to get my geometry roughly where I'm going to smooth it out a bit. And then Dynamesh. There. And I'll say that's good enough. Then I'm just going to turn the Dynamesh off, and I'm going to go down here to ZRemesher. And ZRemesher will take what I've got, and it'll make it into one kind of seamless mesh. In this case here, I've got symmetry on, so when I hit ZRemesher, target count 5, that's 5,000. There is much more information on this than what I need to do, or what I'm showing you right now. But it's gone in, it's remeshed it, and it's joined it all together, and it's given me kind of something that flows along with the geometry flow of my mesh. The target count here, I'm just going to take it down. I'm going to say take it down to like 0.5. I always notice it does at least double of what I ask for. It's probably going to give me like 4,000 when I do this. And how much did it give me? Active points, I can't see this because it's minimized. Actually, that's not too bad, but it did make that all complete, that whole shape, it just disappeared. So I'm just going to bring this back. I'm just going to undo that. And let's go back to 1, and I'll say this is going to be fine. I don't think you're going to get much of a hit out of this. Actually, you know what? It's almost better with the one I just had a moment ago with 5, just because it's giving me more of the shape and the contours. It gives me something to sculpt on. Let's see. Actually, let's go back one. I'm going to go right to here. I'm just thinking before I do this, I'll make sure I show you another trick. If I go in and I take this and I take the hair, so there it is, all Dynamesh together. I'm going to hit duplicate, so now I can see I've got 2 of them. There's this top one and there's one below that I've got selected. Okay, great. I'm going to do the thing where I go into ZRemesher, and I'm going to hit it with a target of 0.5 and hit ZRemesher, and that gives me 17. Okay, and I'll hit solo for a second. You can kind of see it. Okay, great. Now I want to get that other kind of shape that I had previously, because I like some of the stuff, those details that I brought in from the Tauruses. I'm going to go and take this, and I'm going to hit Control D, and I'll smooth it. So I hit divide, gave it a subdivision. And I'm going to go to project, and I can hit project all. Let's put on solo so you can see what's going on. Just looking at the hair. Actually, one other thing I'm probably doing that's bad. It kind of knows what I'm looking for. I'm just going to hold down shift, and I'm going to hide everything except the pieces that I want to see right here. Okay. And so when I have this one selected, and I go down here and I hit divide, I smooth it, and then I hit project, it's only going to see this other hair shape. And I'm going to hit divide again and project. And if you work that way up the chain, that's going to give you a better result. And now I can kind of go back here and take this. Oh, you bastard. I'm going to take this one out of here, and I'm going to hit delete. Okay. And then I'm just going to sculpt the crap out of this. I should mention a couple of brushes that are really handy when you're doing the hair. The first one is the damn standard. Okay, of course. And I should just be hitting B, D, S. Let's try it again. B, D, oh crap. B, D, S. And that gives me the damn standard brush. And that gives me nice little lines in here. That's a little bit heavy-handed. I usually like to make the brush a bit smaller. And I'll go and hit the intensity. I'll bring it down to like 12-ish. And I do a line across it. And if I want it deeper, I can just hit 1 on my keyboard. And that quickly goes in and repeats the stroke. that I'm doing. 1, 1, 1. Okay, and then the other one that I kind of like, well, there's a couple. Okay, there's clay buildup. That gives me some nice grooves. There's also something in here called the rake brush. Okay, I don't know. I used to think this was really cool. Maybe I have to smooth it again. But this kind of gives you some kind of forms, and I got to smooth them down. Kind of gives you a little bit of something to start with, maybe, and then smooth it back. Okay, so that's interesting. And the other one I like, do I have it on here? I don't have it on here. Let's go in here, and I'm going to go to brush. I do have it sitting on the public drive at one of the schools I work at. You can go in and usually find it. If I go here to load brush, let's see, I think I've got this one somewhere in a folder called school. And let's go and do this. Nope, of course not. School, there, and hit it. And what have I got? Where are my orb brushes? God damn it. Okay, I gotta go look. I'm gonna move this off screen. I'm gonna pause. Okay, I'm a fool. They're right there. They're not just to any school that I work at. Okay, great. And there's the crack brush. And the crack brush, oh, look at that line. Oh, that's so nice. It's pleasant. It's very stylish. Yes, and again, I make it small. And this crack brush and all the brushes that come from the Orb brush pack, you can just go and find those online and download them. They're free. Okay, they're kind of fun. And quickly, I'm starting to get some interesting shapes with just those brushes. And anything else I got to show you, I think that's it. I'm going to stop right here. Well, you know how to... I got to lay out the UVs and move it over and all that stuff. Yeah, so I just go down to the lowest subdivision level, lay out the UVs, and bring it back. Actually, you know what? Screw it. I'm going to show that. I'm just going to go down to the lowest subdivision level, Shift-T, all the way down to the bottom. And I take a look. And if I go down here to UV map, and there's Morph UV. There's no UVs on this. If I went and I hit UV master, what does this do? Boop. Actually, that's quite reasonable right there. Here, I'll put on polyframe so you can see it. I hit morph. It just kind of splits in the back. That's actually not too bad. If I do need to lay them out, I can take them in this here and I hit export out as an OBJ, load it into Maya, and then lay out the UVs and then import it back. Okay, and it should be fine. Anyway, I'm going to stop right here.